You are holding your baby right now. They cannot talk, they cannot walk, they cannot keep their eyes open for more than a few minutes at a time. And they are telling you they love you. Not in a way you were taught to recognize, not with words or gestures or any of the signals adults use, but in at least 5 measurable, documented, scientifically confirmed ways that most parents walk right past every single day. Here is how to finally read them. The first signal starts before they are born. Within the first hour of life, 1 hour, a newborn can already distinguish their mother's voice from the voices of strangers, not because they just heard it, because they have been listening to it for months. Neuroscientists at the University of Helsinki found that babies can recognize specific sound patterns they were exposed to in the womb, and their brains respond differently to those sounds compared to unfamiliar ones, measurably, even after birth. So when your newborn turns their head toward your voice in those first chaotic hours of life, that is not random. That is not a reflex. That is the very first expression of recognition, the first signal that says, I know you. And in baby language, recognition is love. The second signal is in how their body changes when you hold them. Have you ever noticed how your baby seems to melt into you? That physical softening, that is not just comfort. That is a biological process. When a baby is held by someone their nervous system has identified as safe, cortisol drops. Their heart rate synchronizes with yours. Their breathing slows and becomes more regular. And here is what most parents do not realize. This melting is one of the clearest signs of emotional bonding in infancy. They're not just comfortable, they are communicating. With you, I can let go. The third signal is the one that stops people cold when they understand it. Your baby's vision is blurry at birth. They can focus on objects about 8 to 12 inches away. And what is 8 to 12 inches away when you are feeding or holding a baby? Your face. Evolutionary biology did not do this by accident. Your baby's visual range at birth is calibrated almost perfectly for face-to-face contact with a caregiver. Nature built eye contact into the first moments of life. And in 2017, Cambridge University researchers found that when a baby and caregiver lock eyes, their brain waves synchronize. The same frequencies, the same rhythms, firing across 2 separate nervous systems simultaneously. Scientists call this neural coupling, 2 brains briefly moving in rhythm with each other, and the baby is actively seeking it. Research shows that even at 6 to 10 weeks old, babies will try to re-establish eye contact when you look away. They move their head, they make sounds, they reach for your attention, because at some deep neurological level, they already know that this is where something important happens. The fourth signal is one that most parents completely misread: the cry. When your baby cries because they miss you, not because they are hungry, not because something hurts, but because the absence of you registers in their nervous system as a form of distress, that is not a problem to solve. That is one of the purest expressions of attachment an infant can produce. Your baby does not have words. They do not have gestures. They have the cry. And sometimes, often, it's saying, I need you. Not your hands, not your warmth alone. You. And then there's the pause when you walk into a room. Watch this next time. Your baby is fussy. You walk in. Even before you speak, even before you touch them, there is often a fractional second of stillness. Their body recognizes you before their conscious mind processes what is happening. Researchers have documented this as part of what they call proximity-seeking behavior, one of the key markers of secure attachment, and it shows up in weeks, not months. Your baby is mapping you from the very beginning, building an internal model of what you sound like, what you feel like, what your presence means. Then somewhere between 4 and 8 weeks, something shifts. The early reflexive smiles, the ones that happen during sleep or feeding, are beautiful. But one day, the smile changes. It becomes slower, more deliberate. It comes in response to your face, to your voice, to you. This is the social smile, and developmental psychologists consider it one of the most significant milestones in early emotional development, because it's the first time your baby is consciously expressing positive emotion toward another person. It's the first time your baby smiles at you because they are happy to see you. And finally, your scent. Within the first hours of life, a newborn can identify their mother's scent and distinguish it from the scent of other women. Studies have shown that a breast pad worn by the mother placed near a newborn baby will cause the baby to turn their head toward it even in sleep, even without conscious thought. And the scent of a familiar caregiver doesn't just comfort a baby, it physiologically changes them. Heart rate slows, cortisol drops, breathing becomes more regular. Your scent is a biological signal that says safety, home, love. And in reverse, when a parent smells their own baby, dopamine spikes and oxytocin rises. Your baby's smell is designed to make you love them more. Your smell is designed to make them feel loved. The biology runs in both directions. Two nervous systems designed over millions of years of evolution, speaking to each other in a language older than words. Your baby began this conversation the moment they arrived, in the way they turned toward your voice, in the way their body softened in your arms, in the way they searched for your eyes, in the way they paused when you walked in the way they smiled slowly, deliberately, specifically at you, in the way they breathed deeper when they smelled your skin. These are not small things. These are the first chapters of a love story your baby began writing from the very first breath. And now that you know how to read them, you'll never miss a word. Subscribe. Every week, more of what your baby is trying to tell you.